Alright, Shalom, first and foremost, on the face to east, giving all praises and his glory to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shem Bashim, and Rakakadash. Don't run into the apostles, bishops, elders, the great millstone, who will well and teach well. Shalom to all the sincere hockey and pushing truth and faith throughout the four corners of the earth. Well, shalom to the feast and sisters, listening and being obedient to the husband at home, as well as to the one that are scattered abroad. I say shalom. Come back at you with another lesson, Lord, and Yahweh desire to be edifying. I sound a little groggy, just waking up. There's a video I wanted to do actually yesterday, but I just decided to do today. You know, it's on the topic of Esau being found out, man. You know, throughout over the years, many, hundreds of years, you know, that Esau has been ruling. He's been put in covering cast. You know, not only just Jake, but as the whole world, man. You know, the people, you know, drunken, as the scriptures say, the nations have drunken, you know, off of the wine of Babylon, and they're mad because they now, you know, realize all the, you know, that lies that Babylon the Great, you know, has done. And ultimately, it, you know, because people always, you know, like to say they and they. I think it was the other who said, you know, who is they? And ultimately it goes back into, you know, Esau, Edom, man. You know, the devil, Diablos, the deceiver, man, that the Bible speaks of, the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon, Satan. And he is being found out more and more every day, you know. But it's just going to get some quick precepts on that topic, and the Lord want to be edifying. This is Isaiah 47:1. It says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate." That's right, Babal. Confusion, man. That's what that dust represents, confusion. You know, confusion. Do as thou wilt. We're a God-fearing nation, but do as thou wilt. We're a God-fearing nation, but, you know, you can choose to, without punishment, you know, these fucking nations disgusting. You know, you can choose to, you know, I'll just say, swap your you know, your parts out. I'll just say that, you know, fucking do a transformation and go play in a sport that you wasn't, that, you know, you wasn't, you didn't have that gender when you was born. You know, God didn't give you that, you know, but you can go do a so-called transformation and you know, now start playing in that sport and shit, man. You know, but it's supposed to be you know, God-fearing nation, man. We put our principles is based on, you know, the holy book, you know, which is blasphemy, man. Because the book is not even, you know, for you, man. That's just more and more confusion, man. But that's what, you know, Esau, Edom does, man. That's all he does. He spread confusion. You know, he come as a lamb, but spake as a dragon, man. You know, it's nothing but degeneracy in Babylon the Great. And as the scripture says, so is the ruler, so is his people, man, so is his servants. That's why you see everything out of order. That's why you see everything out of place, man, because look who's ultimately at the head, Esau, Edom, man. Yahweh Shemel, you know, in the spirit of enough is enough, because his sins has reached up to heaven, man. I was just scrolling through Instagram, I seen one post about that rap nigga Queso, I think from Jacksonville, Florida, whatever. And, you know, it's just Jake, man. Jake, you know, from the other Apostle on down, like, you know, all the elders and brothers say, you know, that's why Jake can't make it in the kingdom, man. And we can't have a kingdom with Jake, man. You know, because that mindset of the 2/3 is degeneracy, man. Niggas saying got, E, free him. E like the thug niggas and a nigga that go to jail, in and out of jail, and murder people. Free him. He didn't do nothing. You know. Then it was one little Eve. She said basically he going to jail, cause he had murdered 3 people. Then you got niggas under that comment section replying to her talking about ratting, all this, like, you know, Jake gotta go, man. But that's the mindset that Esau Edom pushed all the way down into the tribes, man. And that's why our nation of people is so fucked up. It all goes back into Esau Edom, man. But all of the secret things of Esau Edom is being put out on blast, man. You like one thing on Instagram about the Ish people and, about the locks being uncovered on them, as well as America being this dog. Shit, you just, it just keeps showing you different pages of, true videos. I'll just put it like that, man. Of all of the shit that they've done, that they've tried to hide, that they've tried to cover up, man. So this place is no more being called tender and delicate. And ultimately, Esau and Edom is no more being called tender and delicate. It's going to come a time like Genesis 49, man. Judah, man, the head tribe. Ain't no more rousing down from Judah. Ain't no more crouching down, man. It's going to come a time where Judah, fuck that. They're going to get on the time like them northern tribes, man. And they had all them protests and shit, but it's just going to be on a more heightened level. It says, take the millstone and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. And ultimately, who's doing that, man? The apostles, the elders, and brothers on down a great millstone, man. By the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. We are uncovering all the things that Esau Edom tried to do in the dark, as he said in Psalms 64, saying, I think in Psalm 64, who seeth him? But Yahweh Bashim Yahushai seeth him, man. He gave him the power to do it, man. He set up, this perfect devil, man, because that's what he is. He's a perfect devil, man. He pay for fucking water. You had that guy, I think that's the new head of the WEF, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot his name. Elder Yashwan was going into it the other day. But the guy with fucking blood, he looked like a bloodshot eye or something. Putting, you're saying water is something like it's not a human right, and this and that, man. It's just, it's Esau Edom, man. It all goes back into the devil, man. But more and more people, are starting to realize who he is, man. You go in the comment of a Edomite being exposed, or, them, they had them Edomites on the mug shots, were doing all type of heinous, nasty, lewd crimes, or just you go, see something like what Esau during a period of time of what he's done. You have these random people, saying because he's Esau Edom, or they just put Esau Edom, man. So you have more and more people, man, waking up, man. And seeing for what this devil really is, man. And he's a devil. It says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. And that's who ultimately, man, that's Yahweh Shai. Coming back for Esau Edom, the ones that pierced him. He the one that go off in a wine press alone. Let me get there, Isaiah. Book of Isaiah, chapter 63 and verse 1. It says, who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra, yet a capital city of Babylon? It says, this that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength, either speaking righteousness, mighty to say, wherefore art thou red in thy apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in a wine fat? I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me, for I will tread them in mine anger and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. Yeah, and it's not little you know I just got distracted. I seen the people little blood on his garment, like on that white horse. And Yahushua, he coming back in style, man. He coming back, fresh, clean. You ain't finna get no Edomite, no. You ain't, that's just Yahushua. You're not even, your blood not even worthy. You're not even a worthy opponent, man. It's just like how Jake said, "Oh, I caught a stain. I got a stain on me." Jake don't mean literally, got fucking doodle stains or something on him. It's mean, I just caught one. I just caught a body. Jake could do it in an evil manner, like, "Oh, go catch you a hat." Mean literally go catch you a hat. That mean, Jake just fucking, they use it in a degenerate sense, man. But that just means, Yahushua with all the, his KD, man. Well, shit, he ain't gonna have no death ratio. But his kill ratio is fucking thousands upon thousands, man. But he's still gonna be clean all the way down, man. Making shit whiter than, shit gonna be whiter than when you put white clothes in wash machine with bleach, man. But I'm gonna end it off right here. It's Habakkuk, chapter 2, and verse 15 says, "Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor to drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and makest him drunk also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thine also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cups of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory." That's right, man. Esau, Edom, he go around all the world, democracy, and we're your partners and all these treaties. But look what he's doing now, man. He's doing all these tariffs, which is on the economical side an act of war, man. Look what he's doing. He's subbing submarines over there at Russia. Closer to Russia, man. He's broken all these treaties. I looked on the list, man. This dude got and what? Just then you had him saying, it's gonna be hard for us to make a trade deal with Canada because they recognize. They want to recognize, if I'm not mistaken, Palestine, as a state and this and that, So that's what Esau Edom does, man. Especially after his, caretaker, Amalek, he's gonna go full throttle behind him, and that's why, as the scriptures say, the least of the flock shall draw them out, man. And that's what Amalek is doing now. He's doing the, ultimately it's what these elites, which are all Amalek, tell him what he can and he cannot do, man. So for people to, believe in Trump or any other politician, it's all fake. It's all a gimmick. And that's another part of people are realizing too. It's all a gimmick, man. All people are now saying in the comments, dealing with these Epstein files, all of them, no matter Democratic or Republican, man. All of them are fucking, in them files, man. You have people on popular politicians on both sides, man, that's in these files, because it's all a game, man. It's one bird, but, it's two wings, but of the same bird, man. It's just, giving the people the illusion that you have this one might be bad, but this one is good over that one. It's just all a game, man. It's control, But the shameful spewing really going on by the prophets, man. We're really the ones that's bringing out, all these, acts that Esau Edom have done, man. But you see in, all over the world, man, the shameful spewing on Babylon the Great, America, man. Well, all the things that they have done, over history, man, how it's been, uncovered for their money gain, oil. That's a big one right there. Oil is a big one, you know, all of it, man, etc., man. You start eating, you have nowhere to hide, man. People are starting to find out who you really is, man. You're the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. You're Edom. Either woman. You're the red man. You're not the white man, you're the red man, man. You know? There's gonna be more and more distance between, Esau, Edom, and Jake, man. To that point in time, is of what just straight clashes between Esau, Edom, and Jake, man. And these are the times, that we're coming into. We're coming into where people ain't getting on the internet just to talk shit and being, all these bots under the nine, man. It's finna be hands to hands, man. It's finna be face to face, with guns and invading one another and things of that nature, man. Because Edom, he knows that he's being found out, man. He knows that his rulership is crumbling, man. You had Trump, I'm gonna end the war one day, I'm gonna release this, I'm gonna release the files, and now it's a hoax, now it's I'm going to release, like, come on, bro, it's fucking bullshit, man. And people like, fuck that. People, they're ready to bring it upon themselves, as scripture say, the course of their power should stand in their hand, man. They're bringing it to the streets, man. You got all these Edomites preparing with all these segregated towns and things of that nature. What you think they doing on them towns, man? They're preparing for war in the streets, bloodshed in the streets, man. All these Edomites in the neck of the woods, man, doing all type of shit, man. All types of explosives, man. These are the times we're coming in, man, because Yahweh Shemiel Shah gave Esau Edom the appointed time that he cannot go over, man. And at a point in time, it's about to hit zero, man. Yahweh design, Lord willing to be a part of that elect number. I applaud the listeners, edifying and sick. Call all Yahweh Shemiel Shah, Shemiel Kakodash, divine to the apostles, bishops, elders, and great millstone. Do well and teach well, and shalom to the one there scattered. God, say shalom, detailed, by the ball, Christ, shalom.